We are live.
Hey,
It is Monday.
I did so good because I posted on Instagram 7:10.
Hey, okay. So we early. Wow.
We are not early, yo.
We're not
Eventually
early.
they're gonna be like, all right, y'all gotta get it together. Y'all gotta get out.
You know what they're gonna do? They're just gonna subscribe and they're gonna get the alert when we go live. And then they'll be like, hey, they're live.
Right. If you are hearing our voice, you already know that it is Monday between 7 and 8 p.m. So
right
it is
here.
the Make It Mogul show.
Yes, it is. And so,
I was gonna wear a whole Live Life Radio shirt today.
oh,
Yeah, I was gonna take it back.
throwback to the good old days.
Facts. I miss it every day. But it's your girl, Dime Smith, your favorite CEO.
That's down with a Y and an I.
Okay.
And this is Vijano, the one and only. King
One and
Cosmic.
only.
And you are tuned into the Making Mogul show.
Yes. And today we was gonna have a guest. But as y'all know, our guests are moguls and they do amazing things. So we were going to have this photographer named Jordy come up today. And unfortunately, you know, due to some communication issues, you know, he's not going to be able to make it, which is fine because he is actually at the Barclays working an event today.
Oh,
yeah, like some big conference or something for graduates.
Yep.
So shout outs to you.
Shout out to the main.
We'll reschedule.
I mean, listen, when business got to be handled, it got to get handled.
That's a fact.
And so, such as it is, and so we're gonna get to it.
So, as y'all know, every week before we start the show, we talk about our small wins.
Yes, we do.
I'm gonna keep it. See, I was gonna say something like really small, like I cooked before I left the house today because I knew
that's a great.
It's
win.
a good one.
That's a
Okay,
great one,
all right. So yeah, I'm gonna use that as my small win today because listen, let me tell y'all, I do this seasonal job every year. I used to work for them like year round in their operations department running the back office of the warehouse, right? For like 4 years.
Yep.
And then here comes celebs in fashion and I'm like, fuck this, I'm quitting my job. So I did. And then you know, after that life happened and actually fourth quarter every year I go back so I can help them in their not customer service department. It's like their vendor
relations.
Yeah, like the vendors that make some of their the vendors that make some of their products that go online, their custom products. I work in that department, so I don't have to take phone calls or nothing. Just email all day. Love it. So I get off at 2 on Mondays, and today I went. You know what? This is a good one. Okay, so because today I went grocery shopping. What else I did? I had to get some stuff from Family Dollar. I had to get some dog food. I had to do mad stuff. So I did all of that, and then I cooked. I didn't make nothing crazy, like, you know, but I made a salad, but like when I make salads, like I make everything. So like my salads are not healthy. They got mad chicken, eggs, cheese, all type of shit in it.
I mean, it's a start. Then at some point you'll substitute out.
Yeah, maybe.
Some point.
We'll see.
Gotta put some hope out there.
I mean,
in the future.
It got green stuff in it. It's fine.
Okay.
I use super greens as my like base, so it's not like regular lettuce and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, so I do good. But I had to like make the chicken and all this extra stuff. So yeah, I did good.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Damn, my small. See, so I feel like my small win is too big of a win.
Oh damn.
But like I can't really think of a small win.
It's cool. What is it?
So you know, I'm a business consultant.
Yes.
Such as you. And sometimes I get in my head about pitching to a client that I feel is a reach client. Okay, so let me define some terms real quick, because actually, I'm gonna use them at more on the show because I want to talk in more business terms. There are your reach, your target, and then your safety. Right?
Yeah.
Reach. I'll start target. I mean, safety down and go up. Safety is like the stuff you know you can get. Like what you call like your low hanging fruit. Like you know, no matter, even if you close your eyes, you could catch that stuff. Right. Target is the stuff you know you want to go handle. Right. And then your reach is like, damn, I want that Nike contract. You know, something that's like you feel like you still got to work to get to, you know, like.
Right.
And so this one is a target, but it's a little bit of a reach, right?
Okay.
There was a guy who does he launched a cannabis social media app that combines elements of Instagram and Instagram meets Clubhouse meets TikTok.
All in one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he was connected to me in my network because he also throws events and he wants to start a collective of like cannabis event throwers.
Right.
As the industry, you know, grows, because as things legalize, you got to unionize because, you know, corporate bullshit. And so I was like, oh, I like that. But I know that I see a direction for this app.
Right.
And I know that if you listen to my advice, this is going to go a certain way.
Okay.
You know? And so I was like, but, you know, so sometimes get in your head about you pitching and like, are you qualified or overqualified or underqualified?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I know the fuck I could do. And so right, the day after we did this show, the next day.
Because I remember you mentioned it to me.
I wrote out a perfect plan. I brought him to the meeting and I laid it the fuck out for a whole hour.
Okay. A
whole hour. It was a beautiful, like, I'm so proud of myself after walking out that room because, so I've been pitching since 2011, right? The first time I ever pitched was to SCORE, the SBA, it was a program by the SBA Small Business Administration. For those that don't know, you should look into the Small Business Administration because they have a lot of amazing resources.
Free.
Funding. They got mentorships. They got business-to-business accreditations and a whole bunch of things that you can get to help your small business, especially if you ever want to get government contracts, because government contracts pay the fucking best. Sorry.
They really do, though.
Yeah.
No,
and so I say all that to say, I sat and that was a long time ago. You know, that was my first time pitching. I remember being nervous, but like, like ready to do it, you know?
Yeah.
And I did land that pitch too, not gonna lie. I did land that pitch too. But you know, it's been a lot of years, you know? And then I realized as I was talking in this pitch, it wasn't that pitch no more, you know? Like that guy was trying to convince somebody or something.
But this time around, you already know what it is.
But this year I was...
It's a different
Speaking of so much like knowledge and confidence in and just innately in and of myself, that like I almost shocked myself by the amount of shit I knew. You know, I'm just like,
yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah, I'm just talking and he asking questions and I'm answering them right like with facts and not even like I got to think about it. Like, boom. And I'm just like, oh shit, wait, I do know that. Wow. Oh yeah, you're right. Fuck, I did take all.
That's how I feel when I'm doing like over the phone and like Zoom interviews for jobs just to see if I could get it.
Yeah.
Like I don't even lie anymore because in the beginning, like I would be like, yeah, you know, I work for, I work freelance for a company called Light Productions, and you know, like you use the things that you have in order to get what you want. And now when I do interviews, I'll be like, yeah, that's my company. It's been open 13 years, and they be like, oh my god, it's so amazing. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
It's actually funny because like I had that similar experience where for a long time I didn't like to tell people about my business stuff if I was doing into like jobs or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't want you to question what I'm doing over here. You know, I don't want to, you know, I'm still figuring it out over here. But people, as I got like, especially like now I get closer, people be like, oh wait, you do all of that too? And I'll be like, yeah, but I'm not here for that.
Right.
I just let you know
that's
that.
That's why I keep it like within whatever is relevant.
And that's why I let them know now, like it's relevant so that you know what I'm capable of, but not for anything else. Like I'm here for this, but I want you to understand that I'm capable of this.
Right. So what happened?
I mean, what do we do on this show? We either win or they watch us win.
Okay. What I'm talking about.
I wouldn't have brought up a loss on a small win.
Well, so. I mean, it wouldn't have been a loss. It would have been you just highlighting, your wonderful pitch abilities and, having the confidence to go for a target/reach client.
Yeah.
But it ain't that.
Of course not.
This ain't that.
This ain't that.
Heard you.
This ain't that.
Well, congratulations. That's fire.
So we're gonna move into the next phase of negotiations to handle everything out.
Okay.
But yeah, for all y'all that are stoners that listen to this, download the We Smoke app. Shout out We Smoke. Shout out Team We Smoke. Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah. So I'm excited about that. Yep.
Some really good ones today. Definitely some good ones today. So. Today, we're going to be talking about support.
Support.
I wrote it as the support factor. Because I think a lot of people just have things fucked up. And it's all really
on all sides.
Exactly. And that's why I have notes for both sides. How to give support and how to receive support. Because it's extremely important because I think those are absolutely things that make or break your ability to excel in business.
It does because at the end of the day, your network
is your net worth. Facts.
And on both sides, that's how you grow and strengthen your network. Is through support. And so yeah, we're definitely gonna dive into this. It's gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah. So. Let's start here. What are some ways?
Wait.
Uh-oh.
No.
No? Oh.
Let's start.
We got some questions?
By defining support.
Oh, okay.
I want to get the actual definition on the board so people can understand.
Okay.
So to support the verb, which we're not going to go to the first one because that's not important. To give assistance to, especially financially, enable to function or act. Okay? Material assistance, but that's not important. So specifically, we're going to go with the second definition because they're going to look up the first definition. It says bear all a part of the weight of, hold up. But it's not a support column. We don't need you to prop up no one's business.
Right.
Your arms will get tired before the business closes. Don't do that. But give assistance to, especially financially, enable to function or act. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Now, I think that with the financially part, we not talking about that.
I want to touch on it for a little bit.
No, we can. Yeah. But an overall factor, today's topic is not about you actually coming out of pocket supporting people.
No. Because there's a lot of ways that you can support somebody outside of coming out of pocket. I want to say something about financially because I just want to put it out there.
Yeah.
It is always great to support a business financially. Business has bills to pay. If you are going to support somebody financially, don't be stingy about it. It's better to not support than to show up and be like, I'm going to support you. Give me a discount, but get it on time. Get it right away. I need it by tomorrow for a third of the price. Don't do that. It's better to not support somebody because you just adding mad stress to them.
Oh my God.
So don't do that, especially if it's your friends.
One of my notes.
So I just had to get into that financial thing just to knock it out the way. Like, if you're gonna support and you really want to support, show up, support. Like, if the person you're supporting gives you a discount, take it, but don't ask for a discount to support somebody. That's not support. That's not support. If you're gonna support somebody, support them all the way. Like,
right.
And so we're gonna get into the rest of the support, but I had to put that out there. Start right there, boom. Just don't. If you're not gonna support somebody financially, don't do it. Just do any of the other things on this list,
right? That
we'll talk about. But if you are gonna support somebody financially, do it all the way. Like, just do it. If you say you're gonna do it,
if you say you're gonna do it, just do it.
And if you're not gonna do it, don't say you're gonna do it.
Right. Or if you say that you are gonna do it and you want to. Not being able to do it, then just speak up.
Yeah,
like
say it as
poor communication is so annoying.
There's no reason to be embarrassed.
Right,
things
like
happen, and it's
shit happens.
Yeah,
life happens. Things come up, and we can't all do the things that we say that we want to do in the moment. I've seen people like say that, you know, oh, I'll come support your event, and then can't support the event or can't like physically be there and still buy a ticket.
Yep, I love those people.
Yeah, I love those people too, because it's like, I know you ain't coming, but I got your ticket money. I appreciate it.
Your ticket money is going a long way to making sure that this bills get paid, and so
that's a fact.
I appreciate every single time a person does that.
Right. So, I actually came over prepared today.
Oh,
you should be proud. Yes.
Okay.
I wrote mad notes out.
Mad notes. Okay. So what side of
mad notes?
Oh, damn. Okay. So. Yeah, and a screenshot?
Yeah, the screenshot.
Oh, she had 2 different lists for y'all. Yeah. All right, let's get into this. Wait, what side are we starting on? On supporting
the you want to support somebody else.
All right, let's start there. Okay.
So the first one I find as the easiest one to share on social media.
Yes.
But in order for people to share on social media, you have to create easy enough content for people to share.
And shareable content.
Right.
Okay. Can I talk about that for a few seconds? For and this is on both sides.
Yes.
If you are somebody that's gonna share somebody's content, you want to support them. Literally, when you see their stuff, share it. It's that simple. It takes like 2 seconds. Share it. Tell somebody about it. Tag somebody on it. I know a lot of you be like, yo, I don't know if my whole target audience would like it. Bro, you're not a curator. Just share the thing one time.
Right.
Like, your audience isn't going to be like, oh, my gosh, this is anti your brand of memes and jokes. And your Friday night drinking adventures. Like, nobody's thinking about you.
Nobody cares that much. And it's so funny because, like, this is at the lowest level of that.
Yeah, and like, okay, I understand you don't want to post it on your feed, but everybody has stories. Like, your stories don't stay there, so you're not gonna clog up your stories with sharing someone's flyer or video.
At the very minimum, if I promote for people or like, you know, I'm just sharing something, just like being nice, I share it to my stories. Yeah. I don't share things to my feed either because I barely post there anyway.
Yeah, I don't share anything on my feed. So I get it. I don't even post my own flyers on my feed.
Exactly.
So, like, I get it. But like, again, stories exist. There's you can send it to people. I do that as well. I'll be like, all right, here's something I think you might like. Here's something I want to connect you with. And that's one of the things that I'm so happy about, because I am blessed that a lot of people, especially now, share my stuff to other people. Like, my network it's a beautiful space to be in. You know, my network just be like, yo, I got something for you. I'm like, oh shit, you do? Oh shit. Like, oh, yo, yeah. And so, yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So I encourage people to keep doing that. You never know who you could connect, and I love connecting people, so yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and then just like notes on sharing on social media, because I think people just don't know what they don't know, and that's cool. But I get a lot of people that feel a way that I don't share their stuff on like Facebook and stuff like that, and it's just like, realistically, VJ knows, because I've said this to him a couple of times in the past. When you share something on Facebook, most of the time your network don't see it. You have to actually, like, and this is really like, if you fuck with somebody, you literally have to copy and paste and like just make the post, basically. Like, copy and paste the post, and then you can tag them in it so that they see the responses if it's one of those type of situations. But you just sharing the post on Facebook does nothing.
In fact, I learned something. When you share share something on Facebook, like share someone's status, and then that person comments, the algorithm boosts it down.
Oh, it boosts it down.
Yeah. One of my friends taught me that if you comment on one of your own shared posts, you'll receive less information because it's your shared post. So, like, in fact, one of my friends had literally told me delete my comment under the shared post, because...
Never knew.
Yeah, when your stuff is interact, because it's not organic anymore, if you understand what it means. Like, you know, like when you say thank you for sharing, that actually hurts your own post.
okay, I won't do that no more.
Yeah. Message them, thank you. You know.
See, that's so funny. So I only knew half the story. Look at that.
So yeah, don't do it. The algorithm is bad for your algorithm, because they're like, oh yeah, that's his friend stuff, so he's sharing it.
Right.
Nobody cares. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Especially if the original post doesn't have a lot of engagement.
Right. Okay.
When the original post has a lot of engagement, then when you reshare it, then it's a viral post. But like if somebody just shares another piece of content, like I write a status, then you share that status, and nobody's interacting on either, the algorithm's like, why? Algorithm's like, why did you share this if no one cares about this? No one's liked it. No one's commented on it.
Like, oh, you think that
so now
still care on your page?
Yeah, we both suck. No. So yeah, sharing, the best things to do is share a post, whether Instagram or Twitter or Facebook. Don't ask me about Pinterest and all them stuff. I don't study
use those things.
So some people do.
I look at like pictures, ideas of how to make things look nice on Pinterest.
That's it. But some people do that, but I just can't answer to that. But yeah, sharing, saving, and then what's the other one? Sharing and saving are the highest ones. Then commenting, then liking. And what's the last way you can enter share to your story? There's that.
Yeah, because I mean that button is there with the other things that you're mentioning. And then also, guys, please, oh my gosh, like having a business and wanting support and wanting people to engage with your business and having a private page is really beyond me.
Yeah,
because they can't share it. I don't know what you think this is.
Okay, so let me
the option doesn't even pop up.
Let me really put something out for you. All right, people understand this, right? Private pages is for things you don't want people to see.
Right.
Unless you're doing that stupid meme, like that meme building stuff, where like in order for a large page to follow you back, they have to follow this small page that is private. But you're not running a farming strategy on social media, so don't do that. Just make it public. I don't know why you want your business to be private. You're not running an exclusive club, because if you were, you would already have your clients. And so you're advertising on social media. And so, yeah, just be public.
Make your page public.
So people can see.
Right.
Because
and so people can share.
Yeah, like it literally makes no sense if you want to attract new clientele to your private social media that has your business.
Never understood that. And I've done consultations and people send me their pages and stuff, and I'm just like, well, now I have to wait for you to approve my request to follow you. Yes. And I don't
You need to make yourself engageable as possible.
Right.
But we'll get into that after. But
yes. So the next one, you kind of already touched on it a little bit, but again, another kind of like 2-part one. So when you see that others have services or products that you need or are looking for, because I'm a part of a lot of Facebook groups that have like hairstylists
like
and
the vendors,
things like that.
Photographers
and also knowing how to use those groups properly is very important. But if you know that you have people in your network that provide the services that you need, instead of going outside of your network, do your research. We are not saying just go to them just because they're your friend or they associate or whatever.
In fact, don't do that.
Please don't.
No matter who you work with, do your research.
Right. Always do your research. Ask for pictures.
Make an informed decision.
Right. Ask for if it's like some sort of beauty service or something like that. Ask for pictures. Like, just do your due diligence. But what I'm saying is to at least look within your network first. Me and VJ do that a lot by just like posting on our pages. We know that we could just reach out to 5 different DJs for an event that we got like in our pockets, literally. But sometimes you'll still see us post because somebody else may be looking for a DJ and sees your post and they're just like, oh, cool. Now I got an easy way of finding me a DJ for this event.
Because I will say one of my favorite things is when somebody in our network posts like tag a DJ or videographer because I dead would save that post, and then like 3 weeks later, I'm like, yo, I need a videographer. Where's that post?
Yup.
Message, boom. Exactly. And I love it because I'm not mad. Do that to my post because that's visibility. I want my people, like, if I'm not using them, use them. Like, everybody got to win. So yeah.
And it'd be so funny to me that people feel away. It's all strategy at the end of the day, but people really feel away because it's like, oh, well, you know, I DJ, so why you didn't just contact me? I know you DJ. I know this person DJs. My brother DJs. I'm just like, are you serious? Like
that always frustrates me.
But we'll never do business with you.
Nope.
But expects you to contact them.
And I'll be confused about that because I'm like, sir, you also know I have my services,
right?
And you've never used them, and that's fine. That's fine.
Right?
I haven't pitched to you yet,
right?
And so, okay, we haven't interacted like that. But why do you think you're entitled to anything that I'm doing?
Exactly.
Oh, you know I cook. I know you cook, and that person under you cooks, and the person above you cooks, and the person that just messaged me cooked, and the person that just referred cooked, and my mom cooked. So I could have asked her, and since I skipped her, I could skip you too. You know, like.
Yo, that is a whole fact. So guys, get out your feelings. Like, the whole expectations thing when it comes to support has to go away.
Yes, I want to talk about that on especially on the business owner side, right? We're not children anymore. Okay, I will only accept this of anyone that is 3 years out of high school. That is the furthest I will accept this from. Everyone else, you're a grown adult.
Yep.
Nobody owes you anything.
Mm-hmm.
The only people that owed you stuff, technically, your parents, and if you learn life, they really don't owe you nothing. Okay, nobody owes you nothing. Okay, nobody owes you nothing. Understand that nobody owes you nothing unless they signed a contract and said they were going to do certain things, then they owe you. Okay, that's the only time. If they didn't render the services, then they absolutely owe you. But that's not what we're talking about here, okay? So, with that being said, if you are feeling unsupported, if you are feeling like, damn, nobody's got me, take a step back, look at what you're doing, and figure out how you can make it more supportable. Because no one owes you anything. And if you want to do it, if that is your dream, your desire, your goal, your money-making scheme, whatever decision you made to make it, right? No one forced you to do it. I hope nobody forced you to do it. If you are an entrepreneur out there by ransom, please
blink twice.
Please blink twice. Comment some emojis on the page. We'll get you the proper help.
Right.
Because nobody deserves to be forced to do this against their will. But if you are an entrepreneur, or business owner, or artist, or anything, and your friends aren't supporting you, then they're not your target audience.
Man.
It's just that simple. It's just that simple. On the list too. And I understand it hurts. Again, I understand that. I've been there before.
Yeah.
It does not feel fun. But at the end of the day, guess what?
It's life.
Yeah. When a business starts not selling stuff, they can't just go to their customers and be like, sir, you bought from me last week. Why are you not buying from me this week?
Right.
Sir?
Like, I've known you for 6 years. Why are you not supporting my business? Like,
bro,
because I don't need it right now.
Literally make something that people want to support. Yep. Make it more supportable. Like, literally now, every time I look at an event or I do something and people don't come, or like they know it's not an event, or the turnout or the promotion is not well, I'm like, hold on. How can I make this more eye-catching? Because things are trending on social media.
Yep.
And I'm not saying follow trends. Don't do that. But look at what people are sharing. Look how people are engaging. People engage when it challenges them. People engage when it excites them. It elicits an emotion. Your logo doesn't just elicit an emotion.
That's true.
Like, it doesn't. It's like, yeah, people can share your logo, but that's not going to mean nothing to no one. Like, if I share the Making Moguls logo outside of telling anyone, they're just going to be like,
what's that?
Oh, that's a design. They spelled mogul wrong.
It's
like a internet something. Okay. And then the other person that shared it, that person that sees it from the share is even more confused. It's like,
right.
why'd you share this random picture of misspelled mogul? Like, you know, it's just not going to make no sense. So like,
exactly.
Make content that is shareable, that is engageable, that make people elicit an emotion. That's the point of marketing. The point of marketing is to elicit a reaction from someone, to tell your story in a way that causes a reaction. And yeah, figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yes.
Just figure it out. We'll talk, if you really want to do that, we'll do an episode about marketing, about stuff like that. But no, just figure it the fuck out.
Just
please.
Figure it out.
I hate seeing people complain about nobody's, like, especially separate your business. Like, I understand if, like, in your life you feel like no one's supporting you. That sucks. Like, you know.
Yeah.
But like, this is business.
It does, but
still, no one owes you. But at least that one I could at least understand. I could give you a pass. That's your life. That's personal.
I've got most of my like fashion show ticket sales from Eventbrite. People just finding it on Eventbrite and thinking it was interesting.
Yeah, I'm like,
my friends and like people, well, my family supports everything I do, but like friends and stuff didn't start popping out till they saw how the first one went.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, okay, I gotta be at the next one. Oh, it's on a boat. Oh, we going to LA? Oh, we got
yep.
So
that's exactly how it goes.
Yep. So.
And it's funny because like everybody that's been in this game this long could tell you like that's been a fact. I remember my first event that I hosted was like a birthday party for myself, and I hated doing club parties, but they was like, yo, let's do it. And so I did it, and then like one person came. Everybody was saying, come on. And yeah, I could have been sad, I could have been mad, but then I was like, nah, I don't even like club parties, so like, why did I do this? And then like I just started throwing other shows, and then like the more people have like, more strangers have come to the UGCS, loved the UGCS, had an amazing time than my friends ever did. And then my friends finally come in and be like, yo, this shit been lit. Wow, this whole time. I'm like, yeah. This is what I do.
And that's the energy that we keep every time.
Every time.
The second part to that one was when you see a friend needs a service. So it's kind of piggybacking on one of the things that you said. When you see a friend or somebody needs a service from someone else, or even if it's you, we spoke about this last week, I think, that if you don't have the capacity to take on this new client, but you know other people that do it, like just pass the alley. Like it's not that serious. Like
there it is.
Right. Like just you know, refer people. And then I feel like the other side of that could simply be like, so what I do is in order to get more like bookings per se for like New Heat or you know, get more referrals for certain things, I offer a referral payout.
Yeah.
So if I see that, if I see that, you know, you're making an attempt, you're promoting my shit, you know, I may be getting money or making money off of you referring people, then I offer like, okay, you know, here's an incentive to continue to do that. Please keep helping me.
Incentivizing building network is like my favorite way of paying people.
Yeah,
like, it's my favorite. Like
because
favorite.
you essentially kill what you eat.
Yeah.
And that's the best, like when it comes to small business, like that's the best way to ensure that people can get paid and don't have to feel away from doing something for free.
And my favorite part about it is like, it's the easiest thing to do because you literally can just take your base price, tack on whatever you're going to give them, make that the new price. That's simple math. It is the most simple math you could do. And like, I love it. I do it from promoters, promoting events and getting a percentage of tickets they sell, artists selling tickets they sell, getting money recruiting to recruit people on a team, to get people to buy a service, to get people to buy merchant, whatever it is, bro. You gonna promote this? Here's your thing. We gonna make this bread together, man.
Facts. That is a whole fact. So this next one, I think people underestimate a lot because they don't take their time to do it. They get the product, they get the service, whatever, they like it, they hate it, whatever, they move on with life. Reviews is like it's like spending your money without having to spend money. Like, people don't understand how valuable a review is for a small business. And
I actually got to hit up my travel clients and get all my testimonials.
I'm not going to lie. As a business, right, one of the cheat sheets to get reviews, like say you're listed on like Google Business or whatever, or like Yelp, or you have a food-based business or whatever, and you need more reviews and stuff on Uber Eats and all that. Hit me up. I got you.
There you go.
I could give you, oh my gosh, you'll have 20 reviews by the end of the week. I got you. Just hit me up.
I'm telling you, those reviews is a great thing to do.
It really is. It's so important, because reviews is how another person determines whether or not they're going to use the business.
They do. They literally do. Across all platforms.
Right.
And it'll always be beneficial, because this is why customer service is important. I take customer service important just because in life I like to make sure I leave people happy.
Yeah.
And so I transfer it to my business, but a lot of people come from it backwards, where they got to figure out how to be good customer service people.
Yeah.
And that's really unfortunate.
We need like a customer service class.
Yeah. I don't understand why it's so hard. Like, at the end of the day, you got to get, again, nobody owes you nothing. Okay, nobody owes you nothing.
But that's the thing. I think that's the main issue right there. Because you're just generally saying it but I think that's the problem. People approach customer service in their business like as if the person just knows everything about their business and that they just owe them, the sale and intellectual common sense and shit. And it's like, that's not reality, because this may be the first time they're interacting with your business, know nothing about you, know nothing about the business. For example, there's somebody I know with an event space. The owner of the event space don't like to answer the phone. She does not want to speak to people because they're just, like...
That's just, they don't like to...
It's just annoying. Like, it's annoying. Okay. People call, they ask the same question over and over. They book, they don't book. Most of the time, they don't book. They just call in to ask you questions, get you to the space, to show the space, and then say that they don't have, the price or whatever. But... this is what you go through when you have that sort of business. So... your sales ain't good because you don't answer the phone.
And this is my thing about customer service. If you're a business owner, right? Again, we're going to start with the nobody owes you anything, right? So the customer's always right until you are no longer wanting them to be a customer. And I will say it with that, because while you are in the process of taking their money and providing their service, you got to eat your shit.
Yep.
Until you are like, I am fed up, take your money and go somewhere. Yep. Which you, at any moment, as a business owner, until you sign a contract, because then once you sign a contract, you got to do it. That's the point of contracts. Yeah. But you have the right to refuse service. Right? You have the right to be like, I don't want to work with you anymore. I don't want to... And again, you're going to understand that you're going to lose out on that sale. And lose out on that client, that project, whatever it is. You can be respectful about... Just, again, be respectful. I don't know why people like to be disrespectful. This is business. No, nothing in business... Not a single thing in business helps when you're disrespectful. Nothing gets better when you're disrespectful. So let's just start there. But, like, when you're working with someone, when you're rendering a service, if they ask you a question 10 times, that's all right. It's annoying.
That's annoying.
If you don't like, look, if you don't like that, if you don't like that, then write a frequently answered questions. And when they ask you, to be like, did you refer to my frequently answered question?
Yep, and that's not rude.
That's not rude, because you created a system. So, like, again, this lady that doesn't want to answer the phone. Okay. You don't want to answer the phone. Okay. Why did you list your number as your primary source of contact?
Right.
Why didn't you create a form that if you want to book, they can fill out the form? You don't like doing... You don't like doing tours every day, so why don't you create a virtual tour space? So you can be like, hey, you call my, oh yeah, well, if you want to book, you're going to have to go to our website or go on this link or go on our Instagram, click the link in our bio, and it will give you the virtual walkthrough. And then when you finish the virtual walkthrough, it'll have a questionnaire and you'll be able to fill it out. And if you are serious, then from there, we'll take it from there.
Yep.
Then now you don't have to answer no question over and over and over.
Yep.
Because again, business is all about creating systems. Business is all about creating processes that can be easily replicated and takes time off the clock.
Right.
And if you realize you're getting the same questions, then either A, you're not explaining something good enough, or B, you're not making the information as accessible as you think you are.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can just fix those two things, and then guess what? They don't have to ask you no more questions.
Exactly. The whole goal is to automate your business.
Mm-hmm.
To where you don't need to answer the phone.
Nope.
Maybe somebody else is answering your phone.
To the point where when you answer the phone, it's a problem. You're solving a problem.
Exactly. That's it's been escalated for you to have to answer the phone.
Yeah. But again, it takes that level of understanding of what you're building and the systems and the processes that it's no one else's fault when it goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You as the owner, you gotta take that L. No matter what goes wrong, you gotta figure out how you're gonna fix it.
And 9 times out of 10, you're the only person that's operating your business.
Yeah.
So who else you gonna blame it on?
They blame it on everybody else.
Facts, but like realistically, I mean, you can, but you can't.
You can't.
You just have to.
I mean, you're not gonna be successful if you do it.
Right. Just eat it and move on.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not saying lower your standards. Don't get me wrong. Don't.
Well, you
again,
know
this is
who
why
your
I said
customer
about
base is, or you should if you've opened a business.
You should, but people don't take the time to learn.
We talked about this at the beginning of the year. If you did not identify your customer by now, then I don't know what show you've been listening to all year.
I mean, I feel like at the beginning of the year, again, we're going to have to go over all these things.
Of course.
I mean, we got new people coming in, new people heard about it, and they didn't take the time to go back and watch the Instagram lives and shit, so.
Yeah, that's cool. It's fine.
It's all right. We spend the block on the information.
Right,
we're going to put it in some reels someday.
It's the someday.
Yeah.
I definitely posted on Instagram in the story that we're looking for an audio intern. Mm-hmm. So if you're interested in helping us edit 10 months of podcast audio, we'd love to have you.
Yep. There's a program we could get interns. Wow, I just remembered something. We'll deal with that later.
Okay.
But yeah, if you want to be a part of the team, do that. But if you want to support the team, let's use this show as a perfect example.
Okay.
Right? If you want to support the Making Mogul show, you can share our content.
Yes.
You can tag a business owner on our stuff that you think might benefit from hearing our conversations. You can tag a mogul that somebody who's aspiring,
be interested in being on the show,
who'll be great for being on the show. You could tag us in information that you think could be relevant or helpful to share on our content. You can ask questions that you think you and other potential business people can benefit from. Yep. You can refer our services to anyone you think could to learn from our event planning, our business strategies, our consulting, venues, any of the things that we do.
There's
you can donate, you can buy merchandise,
you can buy a t-shirt.
There's a lot of ways.
We in hoodie season now, so the hoodies will be dropping very soon. We actually have quite a couple of things getting rolled out in this last quarter. So, there's a lot of ways to, circle back and support the Making Moguls team.
And again, on our side, just use this as an example, we are always open to constructive criticism.
Yes.
We have been making our content more engaging. We started a Facebook group in which we provide more resources and easier way to connect with us and, getting more insight of our network and our brands that, are looking for our help and our support. And, we are We are steadily growing our reach and our likes, and just making ourselves more accessible to you guys so that you can engage and actually learn from our content. We're trying to make our content as in different forms. We've been sharing clips on the Instagram, reposting the links of our shows, and making sure that the content is accessible to you guys so that you guys can learn from all of the things that we do.
Yep. Exactly. And I think the last thing that was on my list, because we're winding down on time, talking about time, be on time with your deposits and signing agreements, because I feel like that's a really important piece of the support factor. Like when you're interacting with another business, period, these are things that you should do. But if you really call yourself supporting someone, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're slapping your friends, your friend whose business you're supporting in the face when you're not doing timely transactions.
And understand things happen, so communicate that.
Communication,
because there's no other reason. Just don't do that.
Yeah, I've been in situations where like I've had somebody say that they were interested in services or whatever the case may be, and I'm like, okay, cool, deposit got to be in this day. Actually, let's use the studio as an example. So obviously when you look to book a location for anything, you have to put down a deposit
to hold the date.
To hold the date, because if you don't put out a deposit to hold the date and I hold it anyway and somebody else want it, but I still hold it for you and you still don't give me a deposit, and then you cancel, I lost money and you cost me money because I could have booked somebody else. So
because technically it's not booked if you didn't put a deposit, because then somebody else can come and put a deposit, and
people believe because of friendships and certain relationships and things that's not a thing that they have to think about, but it is. I don't care who you are. VJ pays deposits to use New Heat. Like, that's why he got a credit now.
I'm like, I got a deposit in the event. I didn't even do yet.
He didn't even do it.
Just hold that deposit, okay?
Right.
You want it back? No, hold the deposit. Okay, I'm gonna use it when I need it.
Exactly.
I just don't know exactly when I need it.
Right. So
but
yeah, like you have to be mindful about the way you move with, other people's businesses as well as with your own. So just keep all of these notes.
Yeah, and if you're like, what am I gonna do? I don't get the money. So take pre-orders.
Oh, that's a whole other conversation.
It's that simple though. Just take pre-orders.
That is a whole other conversation.
Or get vendor fees or something. Get some money in your pocket so that you could spend the money, because
there's so many ways of getting something out of nothing or making money from nothing. From nothing. I've had literally $0 or a couple dollars in my account, but that money was for bills, like personal bills, not business bills. And I had to create the money to be able to put down a deposit on the space. One of my favorite things about the UGCS
was because of the relationships I built and the connections I built, I never had to spend a single dollar of my own money.
I love that. I love that. That's fire.
Didn't have to spend a single dollar of my money.
I spent my money
5 years on the UGCS because I just maneuvered the money. The ticket sales would come in to pay the time. The deposit was due by this time. Ticket sales went on this date. I got the money up for this date. Sent the money in. Boom. That means, all right, the venue is paid. The rest is on the bar. At a certain point, I didn't even have to put the deposit because we was doing it regularly. I just left my deposit in the system. Boom. My money came at the door. It paid the DJ. It paid the personnel. It paid this. It paid that. Boom. All the artists got paid. Boom. I went home.
Simple. That's it. So I hope, I hope y'all learned something today.
I hope so. I mean,
because
if you didn't learn something, that means you already knew it, which good job getting that far.
Yeah.
If you didn't know it and you didn't learn something, you're dense.
Yo, you know what?
I have to say it like that because I'm pretty sure we explained everything really simply.
Facts. So we have 2 minutes left.
So real quick,
I had some stuff to shout out. You got anything coming up soon that you wanna?
Not that I need to announce.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. All right. So this Friday, New Heat Studios has their free content day.
Oh, that's this Friday.
Yes.
Okay.
It's every last Friday of the month. I don't know what day it's going to be, November, December, because y'all know holidays and all that.
Yeah.
But for this month, it's this Friday from 3 to 7 p.m. at 2 Prince Street, Suite 6003. Make sure you hit the link in that bio at New Heat Studios so that you can RSVP so we know that you're coming. Okay?
Let me make sure.
And then also at New Heat Studios on Friday, CP the DJ is releasing his Queens of the Indies all-female mixtape. And I'm excited because that's going to be dope. I think I'm bartending. I think I'm also bartending another event on the 30th. It's a fashion show. So, I be outside bartending and stuff. And then also I just wanted to shout out, I posted it in the story on our page, so make sure y'all follow at the Making Mogul Show on Instagram. We try to share as many resources as possible. We've been slacking a little bit, but we're going to pick it up. 1010 Wins has a small business grant for $10,000.
Hey, 1010 Wins.
Yes.
Give us 10 minutes, we give you the world.
Right. So it's between 1010 Wins and Dime Community Bank. So
but that's Dime with an I, not a Y.
Yeah. Yeah. Facts. Okay. Registration's open until 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, November 13th.
Oh, so you got a little time, not enough. Get to it.
You got like a good 2.5 weeks to get that application in.
I'm going to look at the application, and then if anybody needs help filling it out.
We could definitely help you with that.
Boom.
So make sure if y'all are not already following us, follow us on the gram. You can also follow us or support us on Facebook, The Making Mogul Show. You can catch me, your favorite Dime, on Instagram, Dime Smith. That's Dime with a Y, not an I.
That's a fact, get it right.
And you can find VJ.
If you don't know,
if you don't know, then you ain't been looking.
Because it's VEJANO, on the only vision I know.
The one and the only. So every Monday, 7 to 8 p.m., we are live on Xtreme 104 FM. Stay tuned in, and we out.